go ahead and explain to the class how you found x.
So I did 73 plus 73, that's 46 minus 180, got 34. I know that's right angle, so I did 34 minus 90, got 56. Plus, minus 180, got 124, minus 2, or divided by 2, and I got x equals 62.
Awesome. Natalie Bowling, tell us, do you agree or disagree? Yeah, very good. And also like how you label, the angles as 73 and 39, so that way people could see like exactly which angles you're talking about. Perfect. What questions do you have on the bell ringer? Okay. Tomorrow you will not have a bell ringer because you have a test. So I'm going to go ahead and have you turn it in today. So if you would please write test on tomorrow, and then you can go ahead and pass it to the front row, pass it to the right. And then I'm passing back out your practice test that you took yesterday. And then I will pass out the test analysis. If it says minus a half, you color it orange. If it's just counting wrong, you color it red. If it's right, you color it green. And then remember for your points, green is a point, orange is half a point, red is 0 points. And then to get your percent, you take your number of points divided by that number that tells you to, and then times it by 100. For your personal goal, you can put 60 for now because this isn't our actual test, so you can just put 60 and then your first attempt score on the test. Remember, if you made a 90% or above yesterday on this practice test, you did not have to, you can take that score and not take the test tomorrow. If you're going to do that, I need you, after you do your test analysis, I need you to give me back your test so I can have it to put in the grade book. Thank you. And then once everybody's finished with it, and then when you're finished with your test analysis, you need to hole punch it. There's a hole puncher back there and up there. Hole punch your test analysis, put it in your data folder. And then, like I said, if you made a 90% or above, give me your test if you're going to use it for your test grade. And then work on your review until everybody's finished. And then once everybody's finished, we'll do our review for the test tomorrow. Do you need a test analysis? Do you need a test analysis?
Do we fill out the total area?
Yes. Yep.
So what are we doing when we pick the new attachments better? Do we just fill out another one of these?
No, you're not going to fill out another one of those because once you take the test and you're done, you've met your goal. This is so you know, I do it before the test so you know what to study before the test.
So just fill out everything, including the personal goal?
Yeah, for personal goal, just put 60 for now. And we'll probably do all of that next month or next Monday. No, 3.5.
How do you do like 3?
Type 3. Okay, and then hit second. And this button here is this number. Do you need a test analysis? Sydney, do you need a test analysis? Like, do you need a test analysis? Oh, just change it to a decimal. And then, so that'd be, I would round up 44%. No, I have not. Are you done with everything? Okay. So just hand it to me and I will, are you done with everything? Okay. I'm the only person that does it. Like you do this divided by that, so 4.5 divided by 8. Maddie, do you sit right here? Yes. Look at your house.
I think it's schools and they're gone.
Alright, so you should be filling out your test analysis. Once you're done with your test analysis, work on your chapter 6 review, and then when everybody's finished, we will do our actual review for the test. And then while you're filling that out, I'm going to pass out your quiz and other items that I have for you.
Is everything like in SIS as of besides that test?
Yes, everything's in there except for the test. Well, everything up until this Monday. Anything you turn in Monday or Tuesday would not be in there.
You still want us to like circle the gold medal on that, or do you want us to wait for the I got all the put out in the first next morning.
Yeah, it's okay. It's up to you. Or if you're not taking it, yes, I'll take it back. Yeah, because whenever you do like your personal goal and all that stuff, we'll probably do that this coming up Monday after you've taken the actual test. But we'll be filling it out on that tracking sheet, not on that.
So, if we are retaking it, we keep our test?
Yeah, keep your test so you can use it as like a study guide.
What do you want the analysis like?
You hole punch it and put it in your data folder. You're just gonna, you won't fill any of that stuff out, you'll just take the test tomorrow, and then you'll just work on your review on big ideas until everyone's finished.
What's that?
You do this divided by that, so you do 5.5 divided by 8, and then times 100. Or 10 divided by 10 times 100. Okay, it said to, classify it by its size and by its angle. You only classify this by its size. So by its angle, it would be either acute or equiangular. So this, you could have said it was an equilateral and equiangular, or isosceles and acute. They had to have two answers. This one should have been scaling acute. That one should have been isosceles and obtuse. Yeah, I would say on the first part, classifying triangles, if it says -1/2, that's mostly because you only classified it one way and not both ways. You're supposed to do angles and inside, so you should have had 2 answers on the first part of the test. Because you got one of them wrong, which was the light, this one here, you got that one wrong. If you found this to be 56, or if that was 56, and that one right there is 63, and see how it's marked congruent to that one, so this one would be 63. So you would do 56 plus 63, subtract that from 180, and you should have gotten 61 for this angle, which automatically means that angle 61, so X would be 61.
Are we going over
Do you need my test?
No.
I was gonna look at that.
This one's an exterior angle, so it's these two added together, so you would just do 15 plus 35, which is 50. This one's scalene and acute, because all the angles are less than 90. It helps me if I like turn my paper to make one of the edges like parallel to my desk. And then once you make it parallel to your desk, you can see that it's acute. This one here, angle 3, it's vertical to this angle, so angle 3 would be 55. And then subtract it from 180 to get angle 5.
Yeah, we can just.
Like you, it looks like you found angle 5 correctly, but you just used the wrong angle. That one should have been 55. And that one should have been isosceles and obtuse. This one should have been XWZY, because S is a Z.
I just said you're in great case.
That would be the vertex angle, that's the
This
base.
is the other one.
That's equal angular, because it's 3 congruent angles, so it'd be equal angular.
Like they do every 3 weeks.
I read that, that's base. The third side of an isosceles triangle is the base. And then that's angular, and then that would be exterior angles. They form linear pairs with the interior angles.
I lost my wallet one time, and the only reason I got it back was because of my driving license.
I'm gonna have 4, 5, 6.
Make sure you get very, very lucky. People will steal your stuff.
Yeah, Ryan might be.
This is their AirPods with no name on them.
I don't think he's a
Give
father.
it to me. No,
The first one I think is
maybe if they had it in mind, I feel like it will still
The
take
first
it.
one I
Let me just erase it.
it.
Let me take the pen off.
I'm almost certain that maybe
It's
time
like
ago.
those things that they let them fill out.
Yeah.
All I have to do is
But there's no one he
take
did
that
it.
cake point throw it on.
Times are so close
And
together.
there's no proof.
I seriously might did.
Technically, there is, if you open it, I was like, you guys connect the city's AirPods.
I don't know. Probably off 4-8.
You just have to open it, and it was like,
They probably slow.
you know, like connect the city's AirPods.
Where'd you have them last?
I don't know.
Person there broke the system.
I couldn't find them since Monday.
I did
Well, on
not.
a regular like week,
You're good.
that's how you get like
That's why
4
they don't
days.
bring stuff.
Something like that.
I can barely remember to grab my stuff.
Oh, I don't
So
know.
little things like that.
Well, I keep it on my keys, and I'm not like,
It's a key.
oh, this is making me get really bad.
Well, you gotta explain to her why.
Well, I don't know which one goes into it, so I'm just. Does that help? No? Like, I don't know which one goes into it. I don't know if it's the size or the angle.
Oh, okay, so look at your 6.1 notes. You have your 6.1 notes.
It's so confusing. I can't tell the difference.
So you don't remember the last picture where we.
That's the only thing I'm gonna
Well, I went to the gym Monday night.
Natalie.
Oh, sorry.
If we left one at the gym, I guess.
No, I didn't, because I got to the gym, I didn't have them on my keychain. I thought they were on my Chromebook. So Tuesday morning, I looked, and they weren't on my Chromebook.
It's the same, like, both have them.
Not the exact same, but some
Now
of the
that
same.
all makes sense.
Checking your car, like underneath your seats.
I looked, I didn't like dig. I'll probably have to dig. I went to my trunk and
Did you?
Oh,
Do
good
you know what
one.
class you might have left them in?
it would have been 7th hour. Monroe, it would have been in the library.
Well, the funeral, out of the library.
But I mean, if someone would have been like, oh, you have AirPods.
If you're gonna classify it by its size, it's either gonna be scaling, isosceles, or equilateral. So those are one of the options by its size. If you classify it by its angles, then it's either going to be acute, right, obtuse, or equiangular. And then it tells you which ones, what's which.
And I thought that they were gonna require just last year, so I thought that somebody was gonna steal my metal.
Did they?
I left it right beside the Bearcat gym, because we sat on the stools literally right beside it, and it was on the floor, and I bet a teacher found it and gave it to me. And then the second time I thought I lost it, it was underneath my seat in my car, so I tried to check my seats.
Oh, look at my CCO and I can find my CCO.
I'll look for them. See if people have them.
They're looking for a case.
Like a light gray or a dark gray.
Alright, is there anyone that is, still filling out their test reflection? Is there anyone that made a 90 or above on the test that has not given me their test back yet? Okay. Alright, so what I need you to do is get a piece of paper and a pencil and a calculator, and you can use your notes. Just know you're gonna be timed on giving me your answer. And I need you to fill up as many seats over here on this side of the classroom. The first rows.
Nice. It looks like this and gold.
Okay.
Who's the back of this? Awesome. No, all the stuff was.
Uh,
I love the whole art of this.
I'll scrap.
Good.
Alright, so what we are going to do is, I'm going to give you a problem, and I'm gonna start in one of the corners. You don't know which corner I'm starting at, but I'm starting in one of the corners. And your goal is to make it to that seat, okay? Now, the people all in, the first 5 people will receive bonus points, okay? So your goal is to take over someone's seat and to get into.
It was rigged last time, it's so rigged.
Oh, I'm in 5. I'm in 5.
Alright, also, whenever you give me your answer, you're just gonna show it to me on your paper. You're not gonna actually call out the answer, so that way someone can't like go off your answer.
You got that paper that I left on my desk?
Yes, I will. And everyone is to do their work and show their work. And because you're gonna turn this paper in at the end of class for participation points, so everybody gets participation points to the class assignment. So make sure you work out all the problems. Okay. And I haven't worked these out, so pretty much you're gonna be timed by me figuring them out. Alright,
That's
so
not fair.
so here's question 1. Classify, let me pull this down. Classify the triangle by its sides and angles. Classify it by its sides and angles. So just write your answer down.
Spelling doesn't count, does it?
Spelling, as long as I can tell what you mean, you're good. Alright, what did you write down? That is correct. It's a right triangle by its angles, and it's isosceles by its sides. So you should have right and isosceles. Alright, number 2. Classify this triangle by its sides and angles. And if 2 sides are congruent, they would be marked congruent. Alright, perfect. That one is scalene by its sides and it's obtuse by its angles. Perfect. Alright, number 3. Classify this triangle by its sides and angles. Alright, what did you write? Isosceles and is that acute? Okay, yep, I'll take that. You could have either said equilateral and equiangular. Equilateral by its sides, equiangular by its angles. Or you could have said isosceles and acute. Okay, so either of those would have worked. Because this other angle would have to be 60. And if it's equiangular, it's equilateral. Alright, find the missing angle. Is that 68 or 88? 68.
You just show our work on our paper code. He's doing the calculator. As long as the answer down there, is that fine?
Just write your answer down. Yeah, that's fine. That is correct. 57 degrees. 57 degrees. And number 5. Find that missing angle. That is correct. 29 degrees. B is 29. Find that missing angle. 148. You just add these two together. That's an exterior angle, so you add the two non-adjacent interior angles. Awesome. Find that missing angle. Okay, is that your answer? That is incorrect. That is correct. Alright, so Natalie, you get to scoot up a seat, you get to steal Maddie's seat. That one would be 25. This angle would be these two added together. So you do, to find out the missing angle, you do 135 minus 110. And you get 25 degrees. Alright, here's your next one. Find that missing angle. That is correct, 50 degrees. Again, these two add up to give you that one. So then you just do this minus this to find that missing angle in there. Or you could also do 180 minus 110 is 70. So this angle is 70. 60 plus 70 is 130. And then subtract that from 180 to get this one, you get 50. Okay, so there's a couple different ways you can go about it. Here we go. Find the value of x, then classify the triangle by its angles. Perfect. The missing angle is 134 degrees, and then the triangle would be acute because this angle here would have to be 46 degrees. So since they're all less than 90, it's acute. So 134 is the exterior angle, and it's an acute triangle. Next one. In triangle ABC, segment CA is congruent to segment CB. Name two congruent angles. Perfect. Angle B and angle A would be congruent. Oh, sorry. These are the two legs. So right below those would be the two base angles. And next one. Find the measure of angle C.
We gotta draw it out.
You don't have to, no.
Do you have time to draw it out?
Why not?
You could do it by the time I make it to you. They all get it wrong.
Huh?
49 is correct. B would be 59. D would be 72. 59 plus 72, subtract from 180 is 49. So C would be 49. And also, you could find this angle A49, and since two of the angles are congruent, the third angle is congruent by third angle theorem, so we make it 49. Find X. I'm trying to make these first ones pretty easy.
I had it simpler.
Really?
Yep.
That is correct. 29. Oh, I see that on number 5. I didn't even realize it. You would just do 90 minus 61, or you could do 90 plus 61 minus 180, or subtract that from 180. Find X. You have actually had this problem before. is correct, 50 degrees. You can just do, since X is an exterior angle, you can add the two non-adjacent interiors, which are 15 plus 35, which is 50. Okay, here's one a little bit more complicated. Are the two triangles congruent, yes or no? If they are congruent, you have to explain why. Okay? Remember, if something's already marked congruent, you don't have to say, well, this side is marked congruent to this side. You just have to explain to me how the things are congruent that's not marked congruent. So you'll have a little bit longer work on this one. Partial correct, but not all the way. Partially, but not all the way. Not quite necessarily. Partially correct.
You're moving on.
No, that is incorrect.
That's do we all like to see it?
Yours is the most correct so far, but you're still missing something.
Dang it.
Same thing, you're missing something.
They're all
That's what
technically- they're all
You're
technically
missing
correct.
something.
But I was the most correct, Ms. Goodman.
Well, all three of you have the same so far, but I got three more people
But I was the first to be partially correct.
Yeah. I mean, mix it around.
missing something.
So I can elaborate a little more if you want me to.
Missing a little bit.
What?
Partially correct. Okay, so the people that got it partially correct, you did do part of it right. So the answer is yes. Well, you had this error. These two are congruent and these two are congruent, so that's good. You needed to tell me how D and B is congruent, and you can say that they're congruent by third angle theorem. So you would say that I said angle D is congruent to angle B because of third angle theorem. But then notice this third side's not marked. So you had to figure out how this third side's congruent. And you would just say that AC is congruent to AC by reflexive property. So everybody was missing
Ms. Goodman.
reflexive
So wait, no one
property.
moves?
No one moves.
Oh.
Yeah, because I made it all the way around. Yeah, so the people that had it partially right, you did third angle theorem, but then you were missing reflexive property because you needed to be able to say the third side of this triangle, which is AC, is congruent to the third side of this triangle, which is AC, and you're allowed to say that AC is congruent to AC by reflexive property. All right, next one. It's based off this same problem, and I have the picture on the next one
Who
also.
went last? What?
Good luck.
The person that went last was Natalie.
Which one?
Me.
No, number 3. I started with you last time, right?
No, I just had that question.
Yeah, but I started with you and ended up with Natalie, so this one starts back at you since I ended up with her.
Well, I thought it goes to Taylor.
So I'm second.
Write a congruent statement.
What is that?
You know,
Oh, I know this. This is easy. I'm about to take the spot. I'm about to take the spot.
Oh, okay.
Hang on. What was that?
Better hurry. Hold on.
What did you get wrong?
You better write faster, Taylor.
So you said ADC, ADC, so you're backwards from mine, so it should be CBA.
Oh my.
Perfect. Just
Oh!
don't forget the triangles.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got it right.
Alright, so I wrote triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CBA. Natalie wrote triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CBA, and both of those are correct. You just have to make sure that in this triangle, A goes with C goes with A, and D goes with B.
I'm kind of worried.
Show that the two triangles are congruent. So show me how these two are congruent. I'll tell you, there's two things I need.
So this goes to Taylor?
Wait a minute. Is this just like 14? We say yes. Well, we say yes or no.
Pretty much, yeah. That I'm telling you that they are congruent. You have to show me how. If it's already marked, see how like all three sides are marked congruent?
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything about the sides, but they're already marked. So you need to somehow tell me how the angles are congruent.
Can you write out word form?
Yes.
Wait. I don't know. I'm gonna check mine. Mine's wrong. I know it is, but I don't care.
You're not ready?
Yeah.
No!
I don't know what else to put. That's great, isn't it?
No, that's it. You can't use that yet until you have two of them marked first.
Oh.
Like you can use that, just not yet. You have to show something else
I have
first.
no idea how to do it. What do you put?
That's quite correct.
That's exactly what it is. I don't care. What? But that's like really wrong, but something really right. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Close. Dang it, close. Oh. But these aren't quite the same angle because they're on two different triangles.
I've never seen these questions before.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Taylor.
Close.
I just guessed.
It's good, man.
So is mine close?
You had one of the theorems that we needed. Okay, so you have one of them. I need one more.
I swear it wasn't for you.
You got one of them. You have them, but this part here messes
Thank
you
God.
up.
Sure, wait.
And I started with Taylor, right?
Yep.
Okay, so here's what you would need to do.
Who had the closest answer?
Me.
Out of all of
Well,
us.
a couple people had, I would say Natalie, because she had both vertical angle theorem and third angle theorem, but she had other stuff.
I
that
just
didn't use
wrote
it.
extra, so it got me wrong.
Okay, so here's what you would need to do to show that these two are congruent. I think I know Bailey had this, but I'm not sure if someone else had it, I can't remember. But first thing you would need to say is that P and N are congruent because they're both right angles, so they're both 90 degrees. Then you would need to say that angle LMP, this angle here, is congruent to angle NMO, this angle, by vertical angle theorem, which a lot of people had. And then once you say that this angle and this angle are congruent, and you have those two congruent, then you can say that L and O are congruent because of third angle theorem. So you needed to have, and really all I was looking for was you needed to have these two angles congruent by vertical angle theorem, then these two congruent by third angle theorem. So those are the two things I was looking for.
Just mark what they're doing like all the other kids have.
Now you cannot put angle M congruent to angle M because those are two completely different angles.
Are they not like equilateral though?
Now, this one would be a right isosceles, and that one's a right isosceles. Now, in chapter 7, we're actually going to talk about how you don't have to prove that all three angles and all three sides are congruent to make them congruent. There's certain combinations you can use, like side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle. The only one you can't use is angle, side, side. And how you remember not to use that is because it spells a bad word.
I don't know what.
It's supposed to be angle, side, Taylor.
Oh.
Angle,
Oh. If it spells a bad word, you can't do, because we don't actually write out side angles, side, we write SAS. Side, we write SSS. So I told them, like, if it spells a bad word when you write it out, you can't use it. Okay, to the math, or algebra. Find the value of
Dude,
x.
this is so simple. Like, I just don't understand.
X is right there, 5x.
I just don't understand.
And like you do understand, go like your little thinker. God gave you one.
Okay, Sydney.
Oh shoot, I actually knew algebra was something.
Algebra.
Yes, Taylor.
You don't have to go.
Yes,
This good man told me he's doing algebra right now. He's solving problems.
I think
It's
this
easy.
is
Algebra.
wrong, Emerald.
I don't know what's going on.
Any of those can be right.
Sydney.
Okay,
Can I help you out?
Our drinks are right there. Perfect, you get to steal the spot, you're now in the lead.
Yeah.
What, the correct answer is x equals 11. If you do this plus this, subtract from 180, you get 55. And since two angles are congruent, the third angles are congruent, so this angle equals 55. So you do 5x equals 55, divide by 5, x equals 11.
I got 95.
X equals 11. Alright, number 18. Find the value of x.
Oh, good grief.
Easy.
Oh, this is easy.
Oh.
No offense, I hope y'all get this one because I got it right. I love y'all.
This is why. Nothing. Right.
Say it, Taylor. I got your skin.
I don't know what it is.
It's so simple. I already got the answer for you, dude.
No, it's not.
I don't know.
Natalie's right. X equals 4.
Who told you?
4.
I have four.
That is a 4,
Equals
right?
60.
Well, that's
Oh my.
Taylor, did you not do
That's
that?
wrong, buddy.
Okay, so this triangle is equilateral, therefore it means it's also equiangular. So each of these angles are equal to 60, so you do 3x plus 48 equals 60. Subtract 48, divide by 3, you get x equals 4.
I literally did 80.
I always forget about
3x plus 48 equals 180.
Yes.
Now you can, since they're equal, you can do this and then put it here and here. And then you would do 3x plus 48 plus 3x plus 48 plus 3x plus 48 equals 180, and then solve it.
This boy over here is talking crap and you got the answer wrong.
I did.
Alright, find the measure of angle BBC.
I don't know who's up, but
Me?
well, let's go. I have to draw it out. So
Well, you better hurry, Bob the Builder.
I'm confused. Oh, wait.
This isn't that hard.
no, it's not hard. It's easy, okay?
why do you always have to talk during the
Cindy, stop.
Nothing.
Draw it out.
Freaking panicking on me.
Me too, Taylor.
This is my paper looks beautiful.
Just so much
I
stress.
can't think of the song.
So much
That is
stress.
Incorrect.
Oh, I'm in the middle of doing it.
Have an answer?
No, I do not. I'm in the middle of
I don't
trying.
either. I don't
I'm
either.
on my calculator, I don't know.
It sucks to suck.
I got the answer, but you couldn't.
Sydney.
I hope you
I got the answer.
So you're
Why
not-
did you get it
95
wrong?
degrees.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Ow!
Get out of here, Sydney. Nobody asked
Woo!
you.
Can I show? Sure. Okay. So,
Nobody
lied.
watched. Nobody watched.
you don't look at this triangle.
We don't wanna see it.
This one, well, we know that one's 50, so
I'm gonna have
that's congruent, so you have 50 plus 35, and then you do minus 30, that's 35. You just have to visualize the triangle.
I can't do that.
Oh.
Yeah, if you pull the two triangles apart, you got 50 and 35. This one's 50 and 35, so that missing angle would be 95.
Get out of here.
Alright, so Sydney, you get to take Natalie's spot, and then everybody else shifts down. Maddie comes up, Natalie comes up.
gosh.
So I wasn't fit. But it's not anymore, so.
Alright, let's try to get a couple more in before the bell.
I love you all.
Yeah, Sydney.
Green triangle.
Find the values of x and y.
Oh.
Find the values of x and y.
Find value of X and Y. X and Y. Where's Y?
Okay,
I have time.
Literally subdivision.
Whose question is this?
Mine, but don't worry, I'm gonna hear it.
Alright, I got it.
Oh,
I got one.
so bad.
it's so bad.
I'm confused with how I
I had
found
one up there.
Well, I don't think that's right.
it. So I have X.
I did almost this exact problem yesterday.
You did? Plus no.
Well,
I
Chuck
don't
said
know.
this.
I have a tendency of zoning out and not paying attention, so. I don't know. Did you find it?
Yes, I'm X.
Yeah, I don't have final line. I just give up.
I'm just go to Bailey.
That's literally what I did. I just gave up.
I got nothing.
I'm still listening.
Yeah, I have nothing.
I had X, I think. Possibly.
I think I can see X.
Somebody get it right, please.
But not mine.
I got it now, I got it.
Tell everybody you're right.
Ah, don't go yet, Miss Goodman.
I think I got something.
Have you anything yet? For X, just not quite for Y?
No.
Oh, what? That's something Cindy doesn't know.
Close.
Oh!
Anything?
Is that X? Is that right?
I don't have anything.
Can I have it?
No, the X is 18. X is 18. not
Yeah, X is 18. You
How
should just
close
give it
was
to
I
me.
though?
Well, then what's Y?
Was I like
Really close.
I just like paper. Oh, cool.
Not quite. How did you get that?
I did. So that triangle is 100, it's 60, and then 180 minus 60 is 120, and then I did 180 minus 120, which is 60, 60 divided by 2, and I got 30, and then 30 divided by 5,
Go right.
y plus 6.
There you go, you get to move to the front. Everybody else shifts down. Y equals 6. You do 60, so that's 120. If this one's 120, each of these are 30. So you do 5y equals 30.
I'm back in my
You get y equals 6. Alright, so on your papers at the top, make sure your name's on it.
Oh, she got first last time. Something fair.
Alright, I need you to put plus 5, plus 4, plus 3, plus 2, plus 1. And then
That's the other
everybody
homework. That's
needs
the
to
one
pass their
homework.
papers up for participation points.
Wait, my name's on.
Don't forget about your test tomorrow, and your chapter 6 review is due tomorrow. You too, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I'm taking all these papers home.
If you're taking the test tomorrow, practice on that with that practice test.
So, Miss Goodman, will that 5 points go to my test, the previous second?
Okay. Yep. Did everybody give me their paper?
I think so.
Okay, yeah, they moved out.
You be here.
Maddie, hold your horses. Check.
If any of y'all need a study buddy, I'll study with y'all.
Whatever, Cindy.
Okay.
Whatever. We're too good for your smartness.
I would rather fail.
Sorry, not sorry, Cindy.